Here we go.
Let's make it a good day. We do it our own way. Let's make it a good day. Oh, no matter what they say. Oh, yeah.
Good morning, East Bethel. Good morning, Chippewa Falls. Good morning, good old Seattle. And good morning to you. Welcome to the Jason Show. I'm Jace. Please say hello to my sidekick sister from another mister and Chess King's Employee of the Month, Kendall Mark.
I got the chessboard.
Well, no, okay. I love you. God, I love you so much.
Wrong chess.
Well, it was a really great, Chess King was a store in the 80s and 90s.
Yeah?
For cool kids, for like cool teenagers. It was hip clothes.
Oh, it's clothes.
Clothes, yeah. You wouldn't know it. It had already gone out of business by the time you were birthed. Yeah.
Sorry.
So it's all right. How you doing?
I do have all the chessboards, though, if you're interested in that chess store.
I'm too dumb to play chess. But anyway, how you doing?
I'm doing well. How are you? Happy Thursday.
Happy Thursday. You're just a great story about how nice people are. You think the world's full of ninnies, and there are a few yahoos and ninnies out there. Mm-hmm. But I was ootin' a boot. I was at a charity thing last night, and this wonderful woman, and please forgive me, I've always, know thyself. I'm horrible with names. I call Jeff Vern sometimes. I don't know his name. But this wonderful woman came up to me yesterday, and she was, hi. She said, I don't mean to bother you. I go, no. And I believe her name was Meg. And she has big dogs, just like I have a big dog. I have a boxer, and she's been hearing me talk about Dexter, who, as we speak, is now at another vet's office, an ophthalmologist, hopefully having an eye procedure, and I'm very grateful to the vets that have helped him. But she had heard me ask for recommendations about where to take Dexter for the ophthalmologist, and she came up and she took the time to come to the event last night to write down a recommendation of where to go to. And I just looked at her and I said, it made me happy.
Yeah.
It really made me happy. And it sometimes you need those little moments to remind you that there are good folks out there. And I'm really usually horrible with small talk. And I don't just say that as a joke. I really am. But I could have talked to her for a half hour. She was so delightful, and if you're watching, you and your friends, you're very nice, and the fact that people care that much about Dexter and hearing the stories, because I know some of you, this one guy, oh God, when we first started the show, Biggie, my French Bulldog, was a puppy, and everyone likes looking at cute puppies.
Duh.
And we wanted good ratings, so we brought that dog in. That first season of our show, we pimped him. Girl, we brought him out every day. It was like, can we just show Biggie again? Just so people would watch. But anyway, and this one guy, it drove him crazy. And I think it's the same guy that dresses potatoes up to look like me because he thinks I look like a fat potato. And I think it's that same guy that hates me. But then he used to write, he goes in big bold letters, nobody cares about your dogs. And then he would, another email, stop talking about your dogs. He goes, it's 10:04, you're still talking about your dogs, potato. Now I'm looking at myself now. I look a little bit like a potato, but that's fine. But the flip side is people like Meg and all of you that care enough and worry about Dex, because we have pets and you know what it feels like. You don't want to see your pet in pain, and that's my Boobs. And he's like this.
Poor baby.
That's Boobs right now. He can't see. He closed his little eye because he ruptured his cornea.
Looks like a little winking pirate.
He does. He's like, and he doesn't think it's funny, because he's like me. We both have the same personality. I go up to him when I want to make him laugh. Not the dogs can laugh. I go, arr, me matey. And he looks at me like, really?
Shut
really?
up.
I'm in a cone. I have one eye. You're making jokes there, funny boy?
Feed me.
Feed me. Just give me some treats. That's how you can make me feel better. But anyway, let's get started, everybody. It's time for the hot dish. Let's roll it. I'll just do that. I forgot my spoon today. This was great. I'm normally not the biggest Nicolas Cage fan. I like him, but I don't usually talk about him a lot. But look at this. Nicolas was on Kimmel last night. It was his first late night talk show appearance in 14 years. And the reason he was on, he's promoting his new movie in which he plays a heightened version of himself, and he talked about agreeing to do the role. Look.
Did you have any hesitation about playing a character called Nicolas Cage in the movie?
You have no idea.
I would imagine you would.
See,
Yeah.
as actors, we like to hide behind a character, but as soon as the character has your own name, it's a whole different ballgame.
And it almost never happens, really.
It hasn't happened before, and it hopefully will never happen again. I was terrified. I didn't know if they wanted to do some sort of an Andy Samberg SNL mock fest. And,
Right.
Tom, the director, wrote me a very intelligent letter. And I knew from his letter that he was a genuine film enthusiast. And he wanted to make a movie about people. Funny, it was absurd comedy, but also some heartstrings, some nuance, some emotion. So I felt that I was in good hands.
He was in good hands. It's getting great reviews. Remember, we had Pedro Pascal on here to talk about his role on it.
Yep, spilled the beans on The Mandalorian, told the whole thing.
He did, didn't he, Kendall? We got him to tell everything.
Go to our Facebook page.
That's right. Thanks for that promotion. The unbearable weight of massive talent hits theaters tomorrow. So this is my favorite part. I was loving this. Jimmy also asked Nicolas Cage about, there are 15,000 urban legends about Nicolas Cage. Look.
Diane Kruger was here a few weeks ago, your co-star from National Treasure movie. She said when you guys were working together, you bought a bat cave. And I don't mean the comic book bat cave. I mean like a cave full of bats.
Yeah.
Is that true?
I like that you're asking me this question because it means I have to use one of my favorite words. Oh. Spelunking.
Oh, yeah.
I had an interest in exploring all the elements. And I think we were in North Dakota in the Black Hills when we were shooting one of the Treasure movies. And I said, I hear there's a cave for sale. Let's go look at it. And I did. And it was beautiful. And this is good for 420, right? There were all these stalactites. And it was all like this, like milky quartz, like crystalline walls. And I thought, at the time I was married and I was like, I'd like to be in it looked like Nagori sake, unfiltered sake, and I'd like to buy this and just go down in the bottom of the cave and get totally naked with my wife and drink Nagori.
Fun fact, photographer Eric owns a cave and has done that very thing. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Very into spelunking over here.
I don't know if Tanya knows, but I'm just saying. Yeah, Eric and Oliver the Otter were, anyway. Ted mentioned something, and Ted's absolutely right. And that's not something we often say in this building.
No.
But Ted said, remember what I said about Julia Roberts? Mm-hmm. That Julia is a movie star? Nicolas Cage is a movie star.
I mean, who can wear silk on silk?
I know. And again, this interview, I haven't thought a lot about him. I thought he really endeared himself to me. Mm-hmm. He was fun.
I agree. He went along with it too. He just, like you always say, he came to play.
Yep. He admitted that he spent the night in Dracula's castle. He talked about the spelunking. Anything he asked, Jimmy, he's like, I'm here. Ask me anything. Next on the dish, Adele is cleaning house, girl. She tries to salvage her Las Vegas residency. According to Page 6, she has fired the entire creative team behind Weekends with Adele. Among the casualties, her longtime set designer, and the reason, I guess, the two had an explosive argument about the vision for the show. Everything from the original show, gone, girl. Gone, like Ben Affleck. So they're starting over. Adele is still hoping that she's going to be able to do these shows by the end of the summer. She told Graham Norton. She was on Graham Norton like a month ago, and she was definitive. She said, Graham, she said this, 100%, the shows will be this year.
I mean, I don't like to be one of these people, but doesn't she kind of have an obligation to do that for her fans who have been now, if they are waiting and they're going to use those tickets and they're like, okay, sure, we'll wait for you, then yeah, you should probably get it done by the end of summer.
I'm with you, 100% agree with you. Mm-hmm. Now look, I'm going to take the side of the ticket goers, but I will say, I can see where this is actually probably a case of creative differences. Mm-hmm. And if you're doing a show and it's your one-woman show and you don't like the creative direction, you can't begrudge her for changing teams.
No.
Mm-hmm. if this was going in a direction that I didn't want, Ted and Jeff would be at Arby's. You know what I mean?
I would still be here. Noticed how my name did not get put in that.
I said that because Jeff is sitting in his little chair over there, right over there.
Talking
I'm
to
kidding.
Ted.
I don't have that power. I joke that I fire you. I can't do anything.
I'm still here.
I know. I mean, only Queen Mim II can do that, or the third. I'm sorry, the third. Queen Mim III.
Mm-hmm. 3.
Yeah. Mim's office is on the second floor, and it overlooks the parking lot. And every day around noon, the bells ring, and then she does this. She waves to the parking lot. She waves to all of us. She does this.
Sometimes she just nods if we're being bad. She's like, mm-hmm.
And then if there's 4 bells, she's released somebody.
From the
Ding, ding, ding.
Here they come.
Ding.
Oh my
and then you
gosh.
see someone walk out with a box. Lots more to come. We'll be back right after this. Back in a moment. The dish isn't done, my friends. Coming up next, the peach isn't so sweet. Nene Leakes is suing the folks behind the Real Housewives franchise. Find out why. Then Stephanie Hansen is in the kitchen, and get ready.
Woo-woo!
Today, fun with artichokes.
And people either love it or hate it.
Yeah, that's truly something I've never said before. And we are throwing it back to 1992. That and more when we return. Welcome back. Yesterday was a big day for a certain segment of the population, and Kimmel wasted no time poking fun at some local news anchors. And that is our late night rewind.
Now that cannabis is out in the open, it used to be you couldn't even talk about it on television unless you were talking about how bad, what a menace it was. But now it's so widely accepted that even our shiny morning newscasters feel comfortable bringing it up.
Weed, marijuana, pot, whatever you guys call it, today is the biggest day of the year for it. It's 420.
Otherwise known as 420 or Weed Day.
Those 3 digits, 420, have become synonymous with marijuana culture.
Yeah.
Usually the day that most people smoke marijuana. All right, 420 is your time. Oh, look at that. Wow.
Look at all that green on my map here, Bianca. Happy 420 Day, everybody.
Happy 420 Day, by the way.
Oh, happy 420. Happy 420. Happy 420.
Happy 420.
Happy 420.
Happy 420.
Happy 420, man.
If you've got the munchies this 420.
Munchies on 420.
A lot of people are going to have the munchies later.
I think they have the munchies.
Craving some munchies.
Still got some munchies.
Lots of good munchies.
They had me at munchies. Munchies.
Munchies? Munchies. Munchies.
Munchies.
And no, we're not advocating. We're just drawing attention to the national calendar.
Yeah, and for people who are into this, they're probably already awake, lighting up. I'm told they call that wake and bake.
Wake and bake.
I'm sold.
Wake and bake. Yeah. It's shake and bake and I helped. Old commercial. Our hot dish continues now with our insider to the stars. Please welcome from the Hollywood Raw podcast, Dax Holt. Hi, Dax.
Hello. Good morning, Jason.
Wow, Jeff doesn't love you anymore. He didn't give you the fake applause. That's, there we go.
I'll do it myself, okay?
Exactly.
I don't need him.
Okay, first up, great to see you back on Shark Tank.
I know, isn't that crazy? So we got a little update the other day. So obviously, Trophy Smack, my outside of entertainment business, the trophy business, the fantasy championship belts and rings. We got a little update. It was pretty crazy to watch this all go down.
So how does that work, Dax? So because you've admitted, or not admitted, but you've said not all of these, it was a great little behind the scenes moment, not all of these deals work out once the show is over, right?
That is correct. Ours, however, did.
Yeah.
We are in business with Mark Cuban, the deal that you saw go down on television back in January of 2021. It did end up going through, and so they wanted to do an update package on the business because it has been doing so well. So they actually said, hey, they reached out to us, said, can we stop by? Can we do an update and see how business has been going, how everything's been turning out? And of course we said yes. So had cameras in our facility and showed them that belts are our new biggest product, and with these huge championship belts, they're completely customizable. People are making them for birthdays, Father's Day, salesman of the month, like all kinds of crazy stuff. We released them and they instantly became our #1 selling product. And that's all been since Shark Tank.
Again, I've said every time we talk about it, it's one of those ideas where I'm so glad that you did it, and it's brilliant, and I'm so glad it's still a success.
Well, thank you. I appreciate it, man.
Who did you have on the pod? Your other business, the other business. Who did you have on the podcast this week?
So we had one of our good friends, Justin Foley, who used to be a cameraman over at TMZ. He was one of the guys out in the streets getting all those videos of celebs coming out of clubs and out of the airport. And so these are some of my favorite episodes. In the Hollywood Raw podcast, we like to have the celebrities, we like to have the media moguls, we like to have the paparazzi. And some of these PAP episodes are honestly my favorite thing because they're so real and you get a different look at celebrities themselves and kind of how they treat people in the streets. And so we talked to Justin. Number one, if there are people coming to town, I said, Justin, a lot of fans will hit up our podcast and say, okay, I'm coming to town. Where do I go to see celebrities in person? And so he started listing off all the places that if you're a traveler to California, where you're going to see the stars, because he knows better than anyone else. We got into some of his most infamous run-ins with celebrity, and not even infamous, just maybe most famous run-ins with stars, one of them being Justin Bieber, and how a video of his went crazy viral to the point that Justin actually thanked him for it because it got so crazy popular. I mean, we got into all of it.
It's good. Okay, give me one location. Do you remember any?
Yes. Hold on, I have it written down. I just want to make sure I get it right. Oh, I remember one. He said the Improv. He goes, funny enough, obviously you're going to see a headliner at the Improv, but he goes, it is one of the biggest places to go because not only are the performers, the comedians that are showing up, the celebs, but half the audience is normally celebs too.
Oh.
A lot of people also jumping in to kind of grab the mic and do a stand-up performance. You'll see a lot of famous celebs just kind of come in and say, okay, can I get up on stage? So he's like, the Improv by far is one of the biggest, hottest spots to see celebs here in LA.
I always reference this, but it's always worth mentioning. In my experience doing all the junkets over the years, if you want to find a celebrity, go to the bar at the Four Seasons. You don't need to be staying there to go to the bar. Go to the bar, usually at night when the junkets are done, and you'll sometimes see stars milling around.
And Chateau Marmont.
Oh, yes. That's another.
Our offices used to be basically across the street from Chateau. And every time I went over there, there was someone. I mean, I've seen the Olsen twins hanging out at the bar at Chateau Marmont. Just because, not necessarily the bar, but the restaurant, outdoor area.
Yeah.
Every time I saw someone crazy famous there.
Absolutely. Dax, thank you, buddy. We'll talk to you next week.
Later.
You can find later. How very LA of him. Later. I think he was speaking dude to me.
I think so.
Yeah. You can find the Hollywood Raw podcast wherever you get your podcasts. Next in the dish, Nene Leakes is going after Bravo and Andy Cohen for alleged racist and hostile work environment. The lawsuit says NBC, Bravo, and the production company for The Real Housewives of Atlanta foster a corporate and workplace culture in which racially insensitive and inappropriate behavior is tolerated, if not encouraged. She says Kim Zolciak made racist comments for years, but Nene was the one who was punished after telling executives. Kim had a spinoff series which aired for 8 seasons on Bravo. Bravo and Andy and Kim, as you can imagine, have no comment. Let me just acknowledge that stories like this, if I'm being very honest, are really hard for me to cover because I really feel weird as a white dude talking about this. So I will defer to Candy Burris, who is a woman of color, a black woman, Nene's co-host for many seasons. I think Candy was there season 3, Jeff. Didn't she join 2 or 3? And Candy, as of maybe 2 months ago, did an interview, and I'm paraphrasing, but basically said that was not her experience. She feels she does not agree with Nene's characterization of what went on. I will take Candy's word for it. You don't need this potato pontificating about, I don't know, you know, who knows if her lawsuit is valid. Could very well be. I will trust Candy. Candy was in the same environment.
Right.
So, you know what I mean?
Right, absolutely. I think exactly what you said. I want to hear from the other women who were also there and who were involved as well. But if Nene says she experienced it, who are we to say that she didn't?
Yeah, because it's very possible, and this is the only thing I will say, whether it's Jill Zarin, whether it's Nene, whether it's whomever, sometimes Bravo chooses not to do business with people for other reasons.
Right.
Maybe their Q ratings are not high, meaning people don't like them personality-wise, or they are fighting with the crew. They don't get along with production, whatever.
Not following a contract.
Yeah, there can be a vast majority of reasons or conditions why Bravo chooses not to renew one's contract. If you know. Next in the dish, we all have a phase in our lives where we look back and say, what was I thinking? I actually had that about 4 hours ago. The same can even be said for Kiefer Sutherland. The actor says he regrets his mullet. From the movie The Lost Boys. Look at that. That haircut, I didn't know this. That haircut actually helped popularize the mullet. In a new interview, he said, I looked like a moron. He was going for the Billy Idol look, but admitted, I might have accidentally been part of a movement that created one of the worst hairstyles of all time.
Strong words.
Now, what's interesting about the timing of the story, color me right, I think mullets are back. I mean, I see a lot of, aren't they? Addie's young, she's hip, right? They're back, aren't they?
Why do you always direct things to someone else when we're looking for young, hip comments? How do you think I feel? I'm young and not hip. That is what is being told to me.
You are absolutely right. I am
not cool.
I am so sick of defending myself today. You are absolutely right.
Not hip.
I have too many people mad at me today. I don't need, you know, Kendall, you're right, and I apologize.
Jason?
I can admit when I'm wrong.
Jason,
I mean, you're not hip, but you're right. No, I'm kidding, no.
No, A, I am not that hip. B, B for 8. I think they're kind of back, and same with the curly top. You know what I'm talking about? All the boys that have curly hair, leaving it long and then cutting it short on the bottom. That's another thing that's happening that I'm like, why are we doing this again? It's a couple different haircuts.
Okay. Well, I have good news, though. It'll be determined because guess what? Stephanie Hansen's here, and she is getting a mullet as we speak. Jeff's cutting her hair.
Wow, Jeff, you do that? Wow.
It's time to meet today's JVIP. Hi, it's Nicole Schmidt-Bauer. Hi, Nicole. She says, I've loved watching Jason since the early Fox 9 days. Nicole felt drawn to me immediately and was so excited when the Jason show started. I watch it daily. I'm a stay-at-home mom, and my boys even love it. I dance along to the theme song. Oh, I like that. My son says, I love when Jason's on TV. I always look forward to 10 a.m. Jason and Kendall are just so fun and always make me laugh. I love what Jason stands for, his sense of humor, and all the positivity he radiates. Well, thank you.
That's sweet.
Nicole will get a Jason Show mug. She's also entered to win the monthly grand prize, and that includes coming to the studio to watch the show, a $150 accessories gift card to Becker Furniture World, and a $200 gift card from Woodhouse Spa. I kind of needed that today, and I really appreciate that. We will be right back. Should we just do this?
We should.
Welcome back.
Hi.
Artichokes aren't the easiest food to eat or cook, but when... Stephanie, you're in my shot.
Oh.
But when done right, you'll never forget them. Here to show us how to cook that prickly little vegetable. That was my nickname, too, for my family. That prickly little vegetable in the Instant Pot. Please welcome back the one and only. She's not prickly. She's smooth. Stephanie Hansen, everyone.
Hi, guys. The prickly little vegetable kind of does describe you.
I know.
In a very funny way.
Today especially.
Oh,
yeah.
great.
But
I had to come on Krabby Jason
no,
Day.
it's not Krabby Jason. Now, did we figure out we need to plug you in?
Here's what I'm going to first.
Oh,
okay.
not plug you in, but I mean.
No, we really don't need to plug me in. In fact, sometimes we need to unplug me.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're making artichokes. It's like the harbinger of spring. It's the Puxatawny Phil of the vegetable world.
Should I get out of your way? Should we switch?
Well, I'm going to let the pressure out of my Instant Pot out before I burn myself.
Did you just burn yourself?
Just a little.
Okay.
So I'm cooking artichokes in the Instant Pot.
Okay.
And we're letting the pressure come out of the Instant Pot so we can open it so I can show you. But they're they're actually thistles. And they are prickly and they have little thorny stems on them. So you have to trim them before you cut them.
Can I tell you, out of all, I mean, not thousands, I've probably done hundreds of cooking segments in 25 years. I have never, on television or in real life, I've never made an artichoke. And I really mean that.
Exactly why I wanted to do it, because they're delicious.
Okay.
You don't have to be scared. So we cut off the bottom of the artichoke, we cut off the top, and you can see there's a little hairy, furry choke in there that we're gonna cook.
A what?
Hairy, furry choke. I know, just bear with me. So we've got our artichokes trimmed. You take off these little pointy parts. And the best part about artichoke is each person gets one and you eat it with your hands and you dip it in either butter, or aioli or mayonnaise. So generally I've got this all trimmed and ready to go, and this one's trimmed and ready to go too.
You have to trim each one of the little things?
You want to get the pokey ones off because they're kind of sharp. Feel that one. So if if you have a guest, you don't want them getting poked.
Or
maybe you if you're a prickly vegetable person. Okay, so now these are cooked.
What are cooked? They're in the...
Yep. I cooked them for 15 minutes, and then I let the steam out of my Instant Pot.
Okay.
Come on. And they're all cooked in there.
Okay.
So I used about 2 inches of water, and what happens is they steam, and the oil, or not the oil, the artichoke opens up. Okay, can you hand me that towel?
The towel? Sure.
Yeah, I'm gonna burn myself if I
No,
don't have a
please
towel.
won't burn yourself. I mean, I would like a viral moment, but not that viral moment.
Not viral. Okay, so it's all cooked. It was inside the Instant Pot.
Okay.
And now I'm gonna show you how you eat it.
Okay.
And we're gonna make a little aioli. So aioli is just homemade mayonnaise.
Yeah, I love a good aioli.
Everybody loves a good aioli.
I had the best aioli in Hawaii, and it was so simple. It was a light garlic aioli with just a lot of pepper.
Oh, yum.
And it was so good. My father, you ate it with everything.
I bet.
Like French fries, it was so good.
Oh,
okay.
yeah.
But so I'm interested.
They serve French fries in Europe with mayonnaise all the time.
Okay.
So we have this recipe online, but it's basically a half cup of lemon juice.
Okay.
Or excuse me, half cup of olive oil, a little lemon juice. We're gonna microplane some garlic. Do you know how to do that?
Yeah, you love your microplaner.
It's like my favorite thing.
I know.
If someone asked me like what my favorite tool was, I would say it's the microplaner. Okay, we're gonna get a little of that in there.
That doesn't really, okay.
I'm blending it up too though.
Okay.
And you know, it's TV, my hands are gonna smell like garlic. And
that's all right.
So we're gonna just use the yolk. We don't wanna use the white part.
Oh, you don't?
No.
Oh.
We just want the yolk.
Oh, this is a little kind of a
pain. And you use 2 of them. A pain?
A little bit.
It's okay.
No, I'm saying, I'm glad you're doing it.
You just go back and forth in your little eggshell there, and you use the eggshell to kind of get the thick white part off.
Okay.
Okay, so that's done. Now we're gonna plug in our
Is this the aioli
hand
base?
blender.
Is this the aioli base? Is this the base for every kind of aioli, no matter what you're doing? Okay.
Yes, it's just like a homemade mayonnaise. You can make it in the blender.
Okay.
Watch how fast this goes.
I'm gonna stand
now,
back.
I should have had mustard too and salt, but I forgot a few things, so. But look how fast it works.
Look at that. Okay.
Now, the mustard would give me more emulsification.
Yeah.
But you just keep blending, blending, blending.
And then you'll eventually get it?
Yeah. And I had the little clumps of garlic in there, so they're blending in there too. Okay, it's too thin because I forgot the mustard.
Okay.
That's the final part that you need, but you do this.
Regular mustard?
Yeah, or Dijon.
Okay.
Whatever works.
And you would do mustard for the base of any aioli, always
Yes.
mustard?
Yep, always mustard.
Interesting.
Just like when you're making an anchovy Caesar dressing.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's not thick, which is fine.
We don't care. We're not picky right now.
No, because you get the general idea. But if I had the mustard, it would have like all of a sudden made mayonnaise, and it takes 2 seconds. So here's our artichoke. It's already cooked. This is how you eat it. Take one little bite.
Okay. What do I do?
Watch. You hold it upside down, and you pull it against the bottom of your teeth like this. And you get the soft, pulpy part, and that's how you eat an artichoke.
I didn't see that. Can you do that one more time?
Yeah. Okay, ready? I had to show him. Seafood.
You look like a little happy beaver.
Oh, yeah.
Just a little.
So you dip in your butter, you dip in your mayonnaise. You got kind of an outer leaf, so it's a little tough. But so you get all the way. No, you're going to like it with the mayonnaise and the butter.
No, but I got a bad leaf. Can I get a good leaf?
Here, that's a good one. See all that white fleshy part? That's a good one.
Can we not say fleshy?
Fleshy.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, I'm gonna keep pretending that we've eaten this whole artichoke. I'm pulling off the leaves, right? We're at a dinner party, we're having a glass of wine, we're all having fun, and we're eating our artichoke, but look what's happening. We're getting down to the very inner part. And this is
the ooey
something
gooey
you
center?
can also eat.
You can eat the center?
You can. So we're gonna take.
That looks alien.
It does a little bit. It's a thistle.
Yeah.
So, gosh, this is so hot. Okay, so now we've got all of our leaves off that we've eaten, and oh, they were so good, Jason.
Yeah, they were so good, Steph. Thank you so much for making this. How much time do we have? We have to wrap this up.
Yeah,
so
we're good.
Eat the thistle.
I just want to show you. So you have the thistle inside here, right? And you just cut that part off.
Yeah.
And you can do it with a knife or with a spoon, and it gives you the base of the delicious artichoke. Now you can buy these frozen or in a can, and it's already done, but then you don't get to eat the leaf part.
Oh, right there. And that's you eat that?
You do.
Holy crap,
you
that looks
good. Cut it into
good.
pieces.
Yeah.
And you eat it with a big dollop of mayonnaise, or you soak it in butter.
Can I just eat that?
Yeah.
Now, do I put the whole thing in my mouth?
Yep. It's
okay,
kind of
Ow! Okay, yeah. Let me. Oh, I'll eat it during the break.
Oh, eat that part. Oh, come on.
You ate it too.
Just a little.
We do make out, so it's
People
fine.
are so freaked out about germs.
No, I'm not. You and I kiss. That's fine.
That's good. I would kiss. I know you kissed your dog, so your mouth's probably very clean.
On that note, it's Stephanie Hansen, everybody. You can see this and other Stephanie segments on our website, stephaniesdish.com, and on ours as well. Go to our Facebook page. Back after this. Back in a moment. That's good, actually.
I know. And Naomi would have been good too if I
Yeah. They're environmentally, they're made from like recycled cans or something.
They're amazing.
Talking about my shoes. I don't know if I'm going to name them the best thing ever yet. I'm trying them out. So I'm not going to tell the brand yet, but I'm trying them out. They're super comfortable.
They're real close. I like that we've gotten to the point where you can wear tennis shoes with no socks with your suit.
Well, I have little booties on, but
That's
no.
jivey.
But this proves that the best thing ever's, I don't just name something. I'll talk about these when I've decided if I love them.
Can I have a Jason's best things ever? So even if you don't like them, if I tell you they're good, because those are real good.
Yeah, thank you. Well, hey, Stephanie's still here, and it's time to play a food-themed game. It's taken from the book Eat Your Words by Lisa Patron. Is that who it is,
Yeah,
Lisa Patron?
she's a local lady.
Okay, which features 125 food and drink-themed puzzles. This quiz is all about sauces. You ready, Steph?
I hope so, because I am a little worried I'm not going to get the answers.
It's all right.
Okay.
This is an emulsified sauce made of butter and egg yolks, flavored with
Hollandaise.
Okay, will you let me finish the sentence?
Oh, we're not in it. It's not a timer?
Well, no, it's not a timer, goofball.
Okay, all right.
Okay.
Hollandaise.
Okay, is she right? Is it Hollandaise? No, the answer?
Oh, Bernaise.
Bernaise sauce.
Oh, close. They're very similar.
Are they cousins?
Very cousins.
They're very cousins?
You wouldn't need the mustard. Your aioli would set up
maybe
better.
if you would let me complete the question, then
Or
maybe
the
you'd get it right. It's like, thank you, Kendall, like Jeopardy.
All right,
Next.
here we go.
Stephanie, this white sauce is produced by whisking hot milk into melted butter and flour.
I just like the word hot milk. Bechamel! Right?
Bechamel? I've never heard of that.
It's what you use when you make macaroni and cheese.
Oh, did you hear Jeff over there? Did you hear Julia Jeff over there? Oh, you haven't heard of bechamel?
I like Jeff.
Whatever,
He entertains
spaghetti
me from his chair.
SpaghettiOs. Next. This 5-letter sauce is made of eggs, garlic, lemon juice, and oil. And you can also add mustard.
It's got to be aioli. I just
It's
did
aioli.
it.
That's right. You just did it.
I didn't really set that up.
No, I know you
that
didn't.
was a
I know.
question.
Bechamel. You haven't heard of bechamel?
You are a prickly vegetable today.
I am. Final question. This brownish sauce is named for the wines of Bordeaux, using wine, beef marrow, and shallots. What is it, Steph?
Bordelaise?
Is it Bordelaise? Wow, you got it!
Oh, good! That's a hard one.
Hanson!
Bordeaux gave me the clue because Bordelaise.
Yeah.
Bordelaise are fancy red sauces they serve you in France. Very foie.
Oh. Did you just cuss in French?
Foie.
Did you just, is that a bad word? Is that like a private part or something?
No!
Oh, okay.
That's your muscle. Your muscles. Mussels in France?
Yeah.
You eat them with aioli.
Okay. Hey, thanks, Stephanie. For all of her picks and recipes, go to stephaniesdish.com. You'll be filling in on the radio show tomorrow with me, won't you?
I will, and it's been a long time. I have to get up at 4:30.
Oh,
no wonder you're crabby. That's an early time to get up every day.
That's not why I'm crabby today.
Okay, fine.
Yeah.
It would make me...
Let's just say this. I've added another thing to the list of things I will never talk about on the show or the radio show ever again.
Grievances.
We'll be right back in a moment, yeah. So we have essential oils, we have kids dance troops. Welcome back to the Bechamel Hour.
Take Bechamel for 5?
You've never heard of Bechamel? Ted hasn't either, and you didn't either.
Bechamel who?
Yeah.
Cheese sauce. What?
That's right. Welcome back. This camera's angle's a little, look, we're a little off-centered there.
If I lean.
Watch this. Okay. Slowly move, slowly. Right there. It's there. Thank you. It's like a shuttle launch. Every Thursday, it's Thursday, and every Thursday we look to the past with our Throwback Thursday. And today we're taking a trip to a wondrous year, 30 years ago, 1992. It's the year I graduated from high school, and Kendall was getting ready to turn 2 and get out of diapers.
Yay.
Here's a picture of me from around 1992. Oh.
Wait, that's still one of your girls.
No, her name is Missy. We stopped being friends shortly after this photograph was taken. Yeah.
Wait,
yeah.
don't your friends all do theater with, is this not a theater
Well, this is a
thing?
band trip. That's our lovely band uniform.
Okay.
And this is obviously before I learned the fine art of plucking your eyebrows. I mean, look at those bad boys.
Hey, Jason.
What?
That one time at band camp.
At one time, yeah, look at those eyebrows. My goodness. Looks like 2 caterpillars getting ready to have sex with each other.
People pay for those eyebrows.
I know.
Okay?
92 was a big year in TV with the introduction of MTV's The Real World. Oh, by the way, stop teleprompter. The Real World. Are we going to do it tomorrow? Tomorrow, The Real World New Orleans reunion season. Absolutely.
I think I watched that one.
Really good. We'll talk about it tomorrow. Big changes also came to late night in 1992 with Johnny Carson's retirement. You may not remember this, but Jay Leno took over the Tonight Show. Johnny retired on a Friday, and then Jay was there on Monday. Look at this.
This, of course, is the Tonight Show. The one TV program Dan Quayle hates even more than Murphy Brown. I'm sure you all know about this.
Yeah, old joke. But you know what's interesting? It's actually relevant now because we are going through a period of culture wars. The term family values was really big, and we're going back to that now. Murphy Brown was a single mom, and then Vice President Dan Quayle had a whole campaign against her. It rings very similar to kind of what's happening now. That is part of Jay Leno's very first monologue from the show. He went on to host until 2009. Then Conan came on, and then they put Jay Leno on at 9 p.m. and then fired Conan and then put Jay Leno back onto the Tonight Show until 2014. And what's interesting about that monologue historically, as far as TV is concerned, he had a horrible agent called Helen Kushnick, who was, she was a barracuda.
Oh.
And she refused to let Jay Leno acknowledge Johnny Carson in his first monologue.
Really?
Yeah.
That seems very odd.
Well, it's very rude. I mean,
Right.
Johnny was a legend, and without Johnny's Tonight Show, there wouldn't have been a Jay Leno. Jay, it's not Jay's fault. Helen was out of bounds. But from TV to movies, 1992 brought us classics like Aladdin. Oh, can still recite that movie. Sister Act, another great one. Wayne's World, and A League of Their Own. But one movie caused a huge stir when it was released in the summer of 1992. This one.
You know how she does the boyfriend? With an ice pick.
She intended the book to be her alibi.
You didn't feel anything for him, you just had sex with him for your book.
In the beginning, he gave me a lot of pleasure.
You like playing games?
Games are fun.
What's your new book about?
A detective. He falls for the wrong woman.
What happens?
She kills him.
Wow. That is just part of the trailer for Basic Instinct, one of the biggest hits of the year, and the movie that catapulted Sharon Stone into mega stardom. I mean, it is still a reference point in pop culture. I mean, that interrogation scene.
That's when she crosses her leg.
And then uncrosses her legs. Yeah. Yeah, it started a whole genre. I mean, Cinemax After Midnight wouldn't have been Cinemax After Midnight without that movie.
Thank you. Sharon
Costas Mandylor wouldn't have had a career. Remember him? He was in all of those movies that were like 2 steps from a porn. Yeah.
Oh, fun.
You could show like half a boob. You know what I mean?
Tasteful side boob.
Yeah, and you could show like a millimeter of a private part. And that was about it.
Butt crack.
Yeah. I wouldn't know. I did not watch those movies.
No idea what he's talking about.
Just watch the scrambles. Turning to music in 1992, it was the first year CD sales topped cassettes. Acts like Nirvana, Boyz II Men, and Color Me Bad. I wanna sex you up. We're topping the charts. And 2 young kids hit #1 30 years ago this month with this one-hit wonder. Yep, Jump by Criss Cross was #1 for 8 weeks in the spring of 1992. The 2 members were 13 and 12 at the time, wearing their clothes backwards. Can I tell you, when I think of this song, I think of Mrs. Doubtfire.
Oh,
Remember the scene in the beginning when they have the birthday party and the goats eating yeah, anyway. I love that movie. There we go. There's your throwback for this Thursday. We'll be back right after this. Back in a moment. Criss Cross to make you jump, jump. It's time for the world's shortest segment. A piece of movie history headed into the auction block. This Dorothy dress worn by Judy Garland in The Wizard of Oz is being sold next month. Wow. I mean, you can't get much more Dorothy than that. The dress was originally given to the former head of the Catholic University of America's drama department back in 1973. But listen to this, it went missing in the 80s, only to be found recently. It's expected to get between $800,000 and $1.2 million. Wow. We'll be right back. What's in the surprise goodbye? You'll find out when we find out after this. Show's almost over, Kendall.
Good, I'm cold.
Are you cold? Oh, wow. It's time for, I was happy to spend time with her, but whatever. It's time for the surprise goodbye. And you know, we don't know what's in the segment until right now. Gender reveals are usually a joyous time, but not for one grandmother. Watch this grandma's reaction when it was revealed her granddaughter was having a boy. The future mom. Wow, grandma out. Oh, she goes, no. Oh my, she don't care. Well, when you're like 80, you don't care. The future mom says her grandma had her heart set on a great granddaughter. The woman shared the video on TikTok where it has more than 5 million views. She defended her grandma, saying she reacted like that because the baby would have been named after her grandma if it was a girl.
Oh.
No, yeah. No, I'm not happy.
Just don't touch
Don't
me.
defend grandma. Let grandma feel however grandma wants to feel. See, right? You don't need to defend grandma. She has a right to feel that way.
I just can't wait till I'm that age, and I just am like, whatever.
I know. want to get to that age tomorrow. Tomorrow, I'm chatting with the conductor. Oh, this is a great conversation about the Minnesota Orchestra and their Star Wars concerts this weekend. It's interesting how they do this. You're going to want to watch this conversation. That's tomorrow. But right now, if you're watching and you're a kid that's being bullied, you go out there and be yourself because nobody can tell you you're doing it wrong. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you tomorrow. Come on, Kendall. Let's get